All right, hi everybody. It is Christina, and our Christmas stuff is gone. I took it off last weekend, and looking at the house, I'm like a little sad because it just takes up so much space, and it's like so warm having Christmas decor and all of that in your home. But we're in January, time to focus on the rest of the year. So checking in because I actually have a trip today. Again, I was supposed to film on Wednesday. I stepped aside and said, because the old me would have said, you should be doing this, you have to do this. And honestly, just with everything going on, I've just been so like frazzled that I'm like, you know what, I'll just do it a little bit later, take care of what I need to take care of, and then, that'll be fine. So I think just I set such hard like rules about the things that I do, and like, I hold myself to such a high standard, which I think is a good thing in some regards, but if you are a perfectionist and you're a recovering perfectionist, which is what I am, I'm trying to be different and trying to be, go easier on myself. I feel like that's where I fall into old patterns. So that would have been an example previously of me just saying, okay, I'll stay up till 2 in the morning, we'll get it done because I have to do it today, right? But you don't have to do it today. Like, it's not, life or death situation, right? It's just these rules that you put in your mind, and that's what we need to work on. And that's what, I've gotten to this point and I have made really good progress, but I still find myself going back, which I'll tell you kind of what happened with work as well. So basically, I had a lot of deliverables because I had a meeting on Tuesday where, the stakeholders I was meeting with wanted to change things up a lot. And so I had literally, how many days? So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then like a little bit of today. So I was busting my butt, honestly, to get this done because it's so hard for me. And this is something that if you have any tips or tricks on how to do this, but I'm not good at handing things off. Like I need to be better about delegating and, getting to a place where I say, you know what, I've done all I can do. I'm not going to stress about it. I'm done. Right. And that's just not me, because I feel like I have to, it's that feeling of that I have to earn this PTO and this break and this vacation, right? I have to earn it by wrapping up everything that I have in a bow and delivering it on a silver platter, right? And that's just not realistic. And honestly, I burnt myself the F out this week because that was my thought process. And I took you notice you don't see Pudding because I took her to my mom's house yesterday. So she's over there. Grandma's gonna take care of her while I'm gone over the next 13 days. But yeah, so I am exhausted. I will tell you that last night I was thinking to myself, because this is an international flight, I'm going to Bali, so it's 15 hours for that first leg. So I'm like, okay, maybe I just like don't sleep and pull an all-nighter, then I can get all this work done. I made it till 2:30, and then I'm like, I'm done. Like, that's it. That's all I can contribute to this effort. I am going to bed. And then, of course, I woke up at, I think, 6, thinking about where my travel pillow was, and then all these things. So I ended up waking up again at 6, started doing everything I needed to do, laundry and packing, finishing packing and everything. Of course, me being type A, I had my bags packed last Saturday, just because that's me. It's what I do. So yeah, I was good there. I'm confident that I have what I need at this point. So it's just a matter of, yeah. So today, my flight leaves in about 6 hours. So where I'm at this point, I have delivered what I needed to deliver. Again, I busted my A. Try not to cuss. I busted it right this week because I was working evenings. I was doing, again, last night till 2:30 in the morning. So I got everything to a good point, but I just wish I didn't have to do that. I wish that I would say, okay, what is, again, and I've even talked about this, that another strategy is saying like, what's plan B? If I don't do this, what is plan B, right? So that's just another one, right? Where it's like, man, I just really want to be able to say, I can stop here, deliver what I have, and say, I ran out of time. And other people would do that, no problem, But it's, for me, it's like I'm taking this break and I'm leaving the company for this long time. I have to give everything I can, and I don't have to do that. So again, you're witnessing this real time. I am healing and I am going through all this, so I want to share it and share the triumphs and the bad and the good and all of that. So yeah, definitely something that I will, and again, I started a lot of this stuff early because I'm thinking, okay, maybe if I start earlier on like finishing some of these things, it's not going to be up to that last week, but it still was, because again, I had that meeting on Tuesday, so it's like changes to the stuff that they gave me. So yeah, so it is done. Hallelujah. So I submitted that. I have to send something else to my boss right now that's done. And that's it. I'm clocking out at 12 o'clock. So I have about an hour and 20 minutes left. Clocking out, setting my out of office. I already did my time card and all that stuff. So that's it. So all I have to do at this point is finish putting everything in my backpack, triple checking the passport situation, right? Let me make sure that I have that in hand and that I have all the, we had currency sent to us and all my stuff is charged, of course. So we're ready. Like we are ready, and honestly, I think the moment that it's going to just have the release is when I'm at the airport, probably maybe not out there, but maybe like on the plane, right? To where you're sitting on the flight, because you have 15 hours, like you're there, right? So I am so excited. I am so excited because these periods for me are like forced rest, because it is an opportunity for me to, a lot of the things that I do for side hustles aren't going to work abroad, right? I know even with a VPN, believe me, I looked into it, but yeah, so I am basically shut off from some of those different components, which is fine, which is going to be good for me, but it's going to be hard. So yeah, like this period is not about grinding and hustling and making more money and doing all the tasks that I can and getting all this done. And it's not about that. This is going to be a trip that's going to be more so self-care, mindfulness, meditation. We're hanging out with monks, right? We're going to like do all the things. We're going to breathe. So that's what I need, because I am so burnt out right now. It is like palpable. Like I could not sleep last night. And I told myself specifically I didn't want to sleep last night because, again, I want to be tired to be able to sleep on the plane. But I'm running on like 2 hours of sleep, 2 or 3 hours of sleep. And I feel like, bah. Like I never was a drug person, but like I'm assuming if you're on like blow or whatever, So yeah, I'm excited. So I'm definitely going to film from over there to let you see kind of how everything's going. So I did want to share a goal with you, because at some point I would love to travel full time, right? Just be like slow travel, to be out and about and just kind of like, yeah, just not having like buying a one-way ticket. That's like, hallelujah, because I would just love to be able to do that and just say, you know what, wherever the wind takes me, that's where I'm gonna end up. Like how cool is that? Like, oh, I don't really like this place, like let's try somewhere else. Hey, we can get that train tomorrow and we'll just kind of like, spin a wheel and see where we land, right? So that is my goal. I would love to be able to do that at some point. So all of these trips are kind of getting insight into, and a lot of it is learning, and if you've never gone out of the country, I encourage you to do so, because it is so valuable. Just not only the perspectives, you're gaining perspectives, you're meeting new people, you are seeing how people live and learning about other cultures, but you're also, at the end of the day, we are all the same. And I think you being abroad and being in so many different continents and countries, you really see that there's so much more that brings us together as commonalities versus like what, there's not very many differences, right? It might be like surface level stuff, but yeah, people care about their families. People care about, providing for their families and loving their families, and, being successful and having a passion, so it's just amazing. And I love it so much that I'm so excited again for this trip. It's going to be just awesome. And I will take you with me so you will see what I'm seeing. But yes, this is in the back of my mind. I'm kind of thinking, okay, let me kind of price these things out so that I know. So that might be part of this, where I'm kind of like figuring out, okay, like if I, moved over there and kind of had a similar experience, like what would my day-to-day costs look like? Like that's something that I'm going to be trying to kind of figure out behind the scenes. So I will leave you there and start doing whatever else I have to get done. But I hope you have a fantastic weekend. Enjoy yourself. Please take care of yourself. Give yourself a little bit of love. You deserve it. So yes, I see you and you deserve all the good things.